Welcome to this video on Product Management Stakeholder New AI Requirement. After watching this video, you will be able to define and implement an AI-driven feature using user stories, acceptance criteria, and technical requirements, apply agile methodologies to incorporate new requirements into sprint planning, and measure project success through key performance metrics. Requirements, strategies, and product roadmaps evolve throughout a project, impacting a Scrum team's deliverables. The product owner collaborates with stakeholders to understand changing needs and communicates updates to the development team, ensuring alignment and continuous value delivery. Let's consider an example in which you detail a change in the requirements for the ABC Tools e-commerce site your team has been working on. For instance, ABC Tools stakeholders have determined that although custom tools are a market differentiator for them, the availability of their tool designers is a tentpole item. As such, they have added an AI-driven custom tool design process to allow customers to start designing custom tools instantly. The AI will need to pull in the initial information, for example, the type of tool, purpose, strength, and any preliminary design the customer might have, and generate a query process to collect any additional information it needs. The AI will then collate information, start the design, automatically determine the product cycle time and cost, and assign it to one of ABC Tools' tool designers. Before assigning the tool to a tool designer, it'll work with the customer to commit to the design, cost, and timeline. As part of the ABC Tools Labs and final project, you will be asked to create the minimum viable product, or MVP, for the newly required AI custom tool design process. Let's have a look at the detailed scenario now. The requirement is to include an AI feature to initiate the custom tool design. The objective is to increase custom tool sales by engaging users upfront and without delay caused by the lack of availability of ABC Tools tool designers. AI will initiate custom product design, including collecting initial information and needs and providing the customer with cost and schedule. The additional information needed to develop the MVP are user stories, acceptance criteria, data requirements, technical requirements, tools and technologies, general workflow, and the collect and match metrics to acceptance criteria and definition of done. Let's look at each of these requirements in detail. Starting with user stories, they can be, as a customer, I want to initiate the design of a custom tool based on my needs and desired outcomes, or, as a user, I want to see similar product recommendations to explore possible alternatives to a custom tool, or, as an ABC tool designer, I want to receive a complete set of tool requirements so I can complete the design. Can you think of any others that need to be addressed to create this feature? Then, we have the acceptance criteria. Think about how the AI will interact with the customer. Describe each key element in a single sentence. Here are some things to consider. Where will the customer be interacting? Pop-up? Separate window? What will the outputs look like? Tool design, timeline, cost? Where will the outputs be shown? And what is the latency between question, answer, and response? If the AI decides there is already a tool that meets the customer's needs, how and where does this show up? The data requirements can be what user data is needed, what product data is needed, what interaction data is needed, and what custom tool specs are needed. The technical requirements to be considered are infrastructure that should answer what additional load the AI tool will incur. Next is data storage. Think of whether database changes will be needed. Then AI tools. What AI will be needed? Machine learning models, product design, chatbots, virtual assistants or VAs, natural language processing systems or NLPs, large language models or LLMs, or generative pre-trained transformers or GPTs. Lastly, integration including APIs, RPA, microservices, web services, and other middleware. Sample tools and technologies for the backend can be Python, Django, Flask, Node.js, or others. For AI tools, DAL-E, Midjourney, GPT-4. This is for databases such as MongoDB, PostgreSQL, scalable models. For front-end, React, Angular, and so on. The general workflow involves updating and reprioritizing the product backlog, incorporating new requirements in sprint goals and sprint planning, developing data collection, models, the back end, and the front end, testing, and deploying. Lastly, The metrics collected and matched the acceptance criteria and definition of done should include the engagement rate, the conversion rate, customer feedback, and site performance. These should include the answers to: what is the click-through rate for customers who initiate the custom tool design process? What is the number of customers who work with the AI tool that end up purchasing a tool, custom or recommended? What do the customers say about the tools they purchase through the custom tool process, and do your changes negatively impact this? This is a high-level description of the new custom tool design process for the ABC Tools site your team is designing. This is an outline for you to consider when you are working to develop a minimal viable product, MVP, for a new requirement. In this video, you learned how to implement an AI feature to initiate custom tool designs, reducing delays caused by tool designer availability and enhancing customer engagement in a company. To build a functional MVP, the team must define user stories, acceptance criteria, data requirements, and technical requirements. The project requires AI tools for machine learning, product design, chatbots, NLP, and automation, as well as APIs, microservices, and scalable databases for seamless integration. The new requirement must be incorporated into the sprint goal, impacting backlog prioritization, development phases, testing, and deployment. Lastly, metrics such as engagement rate, conversion rate, customer feedback, and site performance will determine the effectiveness of the AI-driven tool design process.